You're up.
Okay.
Right back. My headset's up here. We're live. Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel. And it's Sunday night, and we actually weren't gonna do a stream.
You didn't want to, and I'm okay.
I got some scary news about a family member. They're not like there's no like death or anything. But it's pretty hinky. It's scary as fuck. So this guy's like my second father, so it was it hit me pretty hard. And I was not in the frame of mind to do a show, but I've realized that I need to be consistent with my channel. I need to keep myself busy and not sit there and think about things. And I need to get serious about this, honestly. If I, want to make this a thing where I can help support the family, I need to be consistent and provide you guys with content. So, stream time. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Let's see who's here. Gunfox is here. Blind Ryan is here. Let's see. W.R. Costin is here. I believe I saw him somewhere. Seriousness is evil. I blame Pincalo for that. Oh my goodness. You guys are funny. So yeah, I've just been dealing with that and trying to come up with different ways to keep positive and stuff. And I've discovered that those freaking those goddamned do surveys for money stuff, the surveys for cash shit is the equivalent of chasing the dragon, except instead of a heroin high, you're getting a fucking you're searching for cash. And it's not even like $30, $40, $50 in cash. It's like 2 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, or points that can be redeemed for cash. And it takes like 15 to 20,000 of these points to get like $10. And it's fucking ridiculous. Like, these market research people, these people are fucking vultures. Okay? They prey on the fact that people like me who don't want to sit around and be a dependent on and like whatever, they want to help their family out, so they sit there, they have these surveys, and they tell you can earn up to $50 a survey. No, you can't. No, you fucking can't. And they're like, you can earn up to $300 or $400 a month with surveys. No, you can't. Let's see. You are Fox. That one I'm not good with. I missed that. That one I'm not familiar with, that joke. But yeah, it's and then they're like, oh well, it's not just the surveys. It's these offers that you can do. And you know what they want you to do for these offers to get the fucking pittance that they're gonna give you? Spend money. That's what they want you to do. They want you to spend 10 fucking times the amount of money that they're gonna give back to you. So you're not actually earning shit. This is what I've discovered this week. It's from the same... Oh, fuck! How did I miss that? What is multi-level marketing, Alex? Yep. It's disgusting because they prey on the fact that you've got, a homemaker or, a disabled person or somebody who wants to help their partner who has a full-time job make some more money for the family, or like in my case, get the fuck off of disability because they don't want it to they don't want you to they don't want you to survive. They don't want you to be prosperous if you're on disability. That's basically what it is. So try and get off of disability, so try and make, a steady income. And these freaking liars market the fact that you can sit at home and do surveys for steady income. And you prey on the quote disadvantage. Yeah. And you feel like a fucking bum. Like sitting there doing surveys, selling your data, your personal information for 50 cents for 20 fucking minutes of your time. And, oh, by the way, half the surveys that you click on, you're not qualified to do. They make you spend 5 minutes answering questions, and then they go, "We're sorry, you don't meet the demographic of the survey participants we're looking for. Please try another survey." It's fucking ridiculous. Blind Ryan says, "I'm going to a wedding in November. It means getting on the super weight loss kick and switching to Final Fantasy XIV for describing to blind folks. Should be fun." Oh, yeah. That's... Yeah, and as for what you're talking about, yeah, you're not supposed to succeed on disability either in the States. If you are, you're fucked. F-U-C-K-E-D, fucked. Yep. It's true. It's disgusting. Howdy, Gunfox. And then, and then you feel like a fucking e-beggar when you're trying to get your channel back going up and trying to make steady income and shit. It's fucking... It's ridiculous. It's fucking bullshit. It pisses me off. It drives me insane. Like... And then and I'm also feeling very discouraged because I reached out to the only place that's certified to do GED tests in Ontario, and they haven't gotten back to me on their accessibility of the tests. Then I've got buffering for me, lovely PA internet. Oh no. Hold on, let me check to make sure that it is just the PA internet.
Fucking Masterson beat me at goddamn Fall Guys.
What?
What? Oh, sorry. So
I'm just sitting here ranting about the fucking
I thought
predatory bullshit about fucking survey for cash people.
Huh? What's going on?
Why haven't you been listening?
Because I've been in the bathroom.
You should have been listening.
Okay, so you're yelling at somebody
No,
about a survey?
I'm talking about how predatory those survey for cash sites are and how they take advantage of the people who are homemakers or disabled or just trying to make a little bit of extra money.
They're the same people that used to do the envelope stuffing cons.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else is new?
It's fucking frustrating.
Oh, you're trying to find something to do?
I'm trying to find something to do to help us.
Well, you do a YouTube show.
Yes, I understand that, but I'm trying to, I have to get it back to consistency, and
Okay. Well, you seem upset. Are you sure you want to continue? Honestly, do you feel like you can continue? If you're not, you can go sit and play Mortal Kombat and I'll scream at the screen for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. But
hold on. This thing keeps resetting and buffering. It's got to be YouTube. Oh, for
it is.
fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
it is. Now it's YouTube. Is it skipping badly?
It's working fine for me, says Blind Ryan.
Yeah, that's the other problem is YouTube's being all fuckery with everything.
It's working fine. Oh, wow. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's the other problem is YouTube's being all fuckery with Sorry, I'm just double checking this, guys. Sorry, it's...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Okay,
skipping
so,
for me, says
yeah,
Jimmy.
it's skipping too. It's skipping for me. So, do you want to put this off until next week and we'll yell at the cutie stuff later? You seem like you're not up for this. Sorry, guys. You guys can't see because I have the camera off. But she's been all fucked up because of the... Did you tell them?
My uncle, I said it was bad news, but I'll just say it. They don't watch or anything like. My uncle has a brain lesion. And
We just found out 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Not even. We just found out yesterday.
I just found out last night.
Last night. Yeah.
And he basically, when my dad couldn't be there, was there. So, yeah.
So, yeah. So, you tried. It's okay. Don't freak out. This is why I'm reading you right now. You're upset. You're crying.
Yeah.
Okay? It's going to piss people off, but you know what? You're more important. Your emotions are more important. What do you want to do?
Well, if it's buffering and skipping for everybody, that it's not going to be enjoyable for them to watch.
Don't blame me for the wildfires. But yeah. So, see, it's skipping on phones, working on computers. It's half and half. It'll skip. It won't do stuff. You're upset.
Why don't I... Do you just want to yell at something for a little bit while I go and attempt to beat people up?
Well, yeah, then everyone's just going to leave and go watch you.
No, they won't. Nobody comes and watches me on Twitch. Take care of yourself, BP, says Costin.
Well, the whole thing is, what do you want to do? You need to make a decision ASAP, because I want to read this before you go away.
Okay, you read...
Okay, let's read some Twitter. Let's read some fun stuff, okay?
Turn off voiceover so it's not...
Okay.
I turned it on for you.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you listen to this for a second and get a giggle.
Okay.
Okay? So, Poe's Law came back. Okay?
Remind me who that is?
Poe's Law is just a rando, okay? It's Living Scribe.
Okay.
Living Scribe, he was Dead Scribe before.
Right, okay.
But, so, he put this up. He put, dude, why? I mean, you know what? People can't see it, so let me show you people what I'm looking at, because it's going to be choppy, and I just want to show you this, and if it's choppy, sorry. Why can't I find... Oh, there it is. That... Nope, that one cares. Okay, so...
I want to watch people watching Dankula, says Blind Ryan.
Dankula's video was pretty intense. It was pretty heavy. But the weirdest one to watch, and I want to watch it, is Cynical Reviews, CJ. If anybody ever watches him. He did a live watch of Cuties.
Oh, wow.
And it looked like he was going to shoot himself by the end of it. So I was going to jump through that. And
what was that?
that was the soundproofing from behind me just falling on my head.
Oh.
But yeah, so I told them, I go, these days I want to throttle you for the rabbit holes you send me down. This is one. So it's from Ibn Jabir Daberani.
Okay.
Black people who are against rape are hypocrites. Are African Americans not byproducts of rape? Your
What?
great-grandmother was victim to her white master many times over. You have rapist blood swimming through your veins. Not a
Oh.
recessive gene either, yet you advocate for victims?
Oh, wow. Okay, this, people on the left, this is called racism.
This is a black guy. This is an Arab guy. So
This is what racism is, okay?
then his next tweet. Sigmund Freud once detailed that rape can be considered a consensual act. Studies show that close to 60% of victims experience orgasms that are intensified due to the physical roughness of a
That
rape.
doesn't mean you've consented, you dumb fuck.
Rape and arousal can happen simultaneously, and one does not exclude the other.
This makes me really mad.
It gets worse. Times are changing. It's 2020. If a grown man can put on lipstick and a tutu and call himself a bitch woman, then rape shouldn't be a taboo topic. Rapists don't owe you an explanation. You don't have to understand in order to believe. Plus, there's no moral objection to rape. Thoughts? Member, TOS.
Fuck the TOS at this point.
That should make you feel better. Go for it.
You-
Go on a rant. Rant away,
Fuck
but
it.
keep at the pip. Remember, everybody's listening.
Good.
Go.
Okay, do I have to punch you for that? Please don't do that.
I'm just watching.
I don't even know where to start. Cause, like, and I don't even know how to do this without sounding like a Me Too fucking person. Either. But this is an orgasm because you've been raped does not equal fucking consent. Oh my god. I can't. I am actually, like, really angry about this right now. I'm so angry that I can't even speak properly.
Blind Ryan's laughing at you. It's always good to make you feel better, dear. So, yeah.
I literally, I am that angry that I don't have the words.
This is just the tip of the iceberg. We're not even done with Twitter stupidity. Next one. So, like we said, it's going to be a reaction night. I'm trying to get her to feel a little better. So we're going to do some fun stuff before we jump into the little cringy shit. So, I gotta... Oh my god! Start the counter. I have narcolepsy or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm dying.
I don't think you're dying.
It's a tumor.
No, that's not funny.
It's not a tumor. Yeah, I made that joke too earlier. You didn't like that. All right. So, over on this side, we've got... So everyone knows about Andrew from Don't Walk Run Productions. That nice guy. He does some pretty middle ground coverage. He's one of those people that is like the rest of us. Trump's an idiot, but you're making us defend him. Please stop.
Yep.
So, but he goes, I received. So he put up a so Andrew did a video about Biden, and he keeps doing he ended up doing another video about Biden and the gaffe thing, right?
Yeah.
And how Biden's really like the teleprompter. Did you hear about the teleprompter incident?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear about the teleprompter incident? I wish I had the clip. So Biden's answering questions.
Okay.
Okay, and he actually tells somebody, move that up a little bit. I can't read it. So people are calling that a conspiracy. We're all full of shit. So then there's a picture that's held up at a different show he was doing, and in the reflection you see the fucking teleprompter.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. But at least it's not all our imports come from other countries level of stupid, but still.
I just came back from the Coyote conference. That's Kyoto, George. It's a very good car.
I received this DM on Instagram yesterday. I thought I'd share it. I'm guessing the guy on the left sent it. Maybe it was the girl. Who knows? So there's this show on YouTube. It's a couple. It's called The Spanglish Show.
Okay.
Can you guess what they are? They're Latinos for Biden. What's that? 3? So they put on here, you enabled this to happen and therefore share responsibility for these and future deaths, you ignorant racist scumbag.
Oh.
Judgment Day is November 3rd,
Hey,
bitch. Yeah, because, he criticized Biden and pointed out that Biden is not going to make it. Now, I pointed out a simple thing. Anybody that saw my Twitter today, you saw me put out a question of what happens in an election year if a candidate that has already been selected for leadership of the party dies before the election. Well, Maddie actually pointed that out for me. She found she managed to find an excerpt from the Constitution that says that basically that. Hold on, let me read it. What are you reading, dear?
Chat.
Chat. Chat. No. I'm gonna yawn.
I'm also having.
What?
Patreon sucks for blogging. Did you know that?
Why? No, I didn't. That's so Phil. If you have a rant, you're supposed to be a ranting person. If we need to fill dead air because I'm trying to find something like an article, maybe you should talk.
I'm trying to figure out, because I know a lot of people have issues with Patreon, right? So I'm trying to figure out if Patreon is the way to go or if a monetized blog is the way to go. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What did I ask you about doing that the other day? What were my words that I said?
What was the cut?
What's the over-under going to be on that, right?
Takes.
So you got WordPress. So now you've got another social media link that you need to focus on top of the other social media stuff that you need to focus on.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
No.
Right. What is wrong with the Patreon?
You can't, all the posts, you can't, organize your posts you know what I mean? It's you got the pictures and then the blogs and then the video links and it's all in one big category. There's no, you can't create web, different pages for stuff. It's just all one big...
You make a post. You then write the post. You then post the post.
Yes.
How hard is that?
How
hard is it to do that? It's no different than posting the pictures. What's the difference?
It's just organizational, that's all. Patreon is an annoying pain in the ass, says Blind Ryan.
Okay, so if a presidential candidate dies after the party convention and before the election, which is where we're in right now, particularly before ballots are printed, the party can select a new person to represent the party on the ticket. So the ballots have been printed right now, so that's where we're at, okay?
Yeah.
The party can select, but this is before ballots, okay? So the party can select the party to go on the ticket. The choice will depend on the party's own rules. So what would each individual convention's rules be? God damn it!
I don't use Patreon anymore, says Gunfox.
Yeah, we know. As the election... We're not going to New Project 2, because that bullshit is just getting worse.
Plus, I don't like how where Mr. Masterson stands on this whole...
Yeah, well... See, I'm trying to figure this whole thing out, because... It's
Pink Callow is an angry lad. He can be.
I'm not angry. I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I'm cranky. I'm a big baby. As the election nears, the situation gets more sticky because elections take time to plan. Practically speaking, ballots must be printed, and if there is not enough time to do that, the election can still go on, though with the name of now dead candidate on the ballot. State law should dictate how such ballots will be handled. For example, states that new ballots will be printed, but if the death occurs near enough to election day, it may not be possible to print new ballots. So it's basically going to be a write-in.
Yeah.
So within the next 60 days, if the Sundowners puts down the Sundowner, then you're gonna have a write-in situation.
And they're gonna write Harrison.
No, that's the thing. Who knows who they'll write in?
They'll write
just
in
be
Harris.
fucking chaos. No, they'll write in Clinton.
No, they won't.
Yes, they. Okay, if you could get Clinton or Harris, who would you get? They would go.
If I was the Democrat,
You didn't. Oh, you didn't hear it, did you?
No,
Oh. Oh dear.
they
I really
cannot
have the
possibly
wrong-
be.
I really chose the wrong fucking clips to grab because you said you didn't want to do the politics shit tonight. Oh, that clip. So Liberal Hive Mind dropped a clip of Hillary and Bill. And Hillary's not really. You can tell Hillary's cracking.
They can't possibly be stupid enough to write Clinton in. I mean, they'd be stupid to pick either one, but they would hand if they wrote Clinton in. They may as well just walk up to 1600 Pennsylvania Ave, knock on the door, and go,
They'll
Mr.
write in
President.
Bernie is what Blind Ryan's saying.
Seriously, they may as well walk up to 1600 Pennsylvania Ave, knock on the door, and go, Mr. President, we concede the election. That's what they may as well do if they write in Clinton.
Oh, maybe.
They may as well just go, we concede, Mr. President. Have another 4 years. And what's really annoying is I think that Trump's a dumbass who tweets about foreign policy on Twitter like a moron, but has he done fascist dictatorial things? No.
Well, let's look at it this way. Cities are burning and they aren't being executed. So, yeah.
Yeah, the very fact that people are running around saying fuck the president and not dying for it. People are saying on Twitter that they wish he would die of COVID. And they're not even getting their accounts touched. But they live in a dictatorship?
It's a potato chip. Filled with lots and lots of potatoes. Okay, so... Okay, so the last little bit of Twitter craziness before we go into the shit that's being fuckered with this week. Oh yeah, I didn't pull up Dankula's video. That's what I didn't get. Ooh, that would have been bad. So, talk. Continue talking. Talk.
You're weird. If you hit me, I'm gonna smack you really hard.
I missed this one. I didn't notice a cutie. I did not notice AP put this video out, so we're gonna have to watch this one.
Which one?
I missed this one. This one I didn't get notified for. Cuties is trash, and if you defend it, you are also trash. Perfect thing segmenting into the videos that we're going to cover.
Yep.
And then I will grab one more, because we've got half an hour to cover all these videos.
Good luck with that.
Well, see, the problem is, so... It's interesting. So AP obviously doesn't give a shit. We're always allowed to put his stuff up because he's an awesome guy. Well, the dude that he covered in his last video messaged me when I just put AP and Cynical and all them up, and I simply just said to them, "Hey guys, do you mind if we cover your videos?" And the dude popped up and asked us to react to his video. And I'm kind of perplexed. Now, Mr. Girl, if you're here in the chat, you have to understand, I've seen excerpts of your video. And it's going to piss her off.
Oh, yeah, probably.
I understand where you're coming from. However, see, I feel bad. Because I've never interacted with the individual, so it's hard for me. I don't feel right. So we're just going to be dicks. We're going to go with AP because, AP is that one. So, okay, so, Jan Maritaud Cutie cinematographer is no stranger to filming bare and exposed underage children. Just last year, he filmed a 15-minute short comedy called Grande Marmaille,
Big something.
which is about a 7-year-old girl who
Ew.
runs around naked in the summer.
Ew. No.
That was just a random tweet from Pit Lefto, so I don't know if it's real. Oh, wait, there's an article. Oh, my God, there's an IMDb article.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
They're French. Left to her own devices in an August heatwave, a 70-year-old wild child and her cautious companion have an adventure filled with squirt guns, cicadas, and rain dances.
AP is a cool guy. Yes, he is, Gunfox.
Fucking French people.
Thank you, Nightbot.
Alright, so yeah. It actually says that, and it's a picture of a 7-year-old girl. So who knows?
You know,
Where'd it go?
people are gonna call me a degenerate for
You're
this.
a degenerate?
But did that not read like a gross porn description?
Yes. Most of this does. That's the scary part.
Is that, like, how do people not see this? And how do people, when they see this, not go, ew?
How do people not see it and go, ew?
Yeah.
That's easy. Damn it, Dank, where did you... Oh, you put it on the other channel.
Like, how do people see this stuff and defend it?
He put it on the other channel. Urgh.
Which other channel?
Huh? His other channel, the Electric Boogaloo channel. There he goes. A nuanced take... A new...
VP of Christ ton of people have seen it and gone, ew. Yeah, I understand, but a Christ ton of people have also seen it and not gone, ew. And there's been a lot more of those people than there should be.
Yeah, and it's weird. I feel bad because people that I've actually... once again, this is why you should never gain respect for creators. Because as soon as you actually gain respect for creators, they disappoint you and make you
So
fucking
are you
depressed.
telling people not to respect us?
I'm telling nobody. I'm saying don't respect anybody. Fuck it. Show zero respect for people anymore. I'm sick of this crap. Very, very sick and tired of this crap. We're gonna do AP's first video.
That being said, if you'd like to say horrible, insulting things to us, please send them to streamlabs.com/line press.
All right. Are we ready for the first of the videos?
Yes.
So we're gonna do AP's video first because it's AP. Where's my headphones?
You should hit pause on your phone.
Yep. Headphones undo. Okay.
Did you share audio?
I think I did.
Hey, what's up, guys? Adonis Paul here, and today we're going to be taking a look at
Do we
the
have
New
audio?
Yorker article,
Yes.
Cuties, the extraordinary Netflix debut that became the target of a right-wing campaign. First of all, I'd like to apologize for any background noise. Little Ginger's in the house. She's still learning how to be a young lady, so if you hear my dog running around or chewing on stuff, please try to excuse that. Now,
Sorry,
I thought
think we
I
wanna
made
get
it
through
clear
this, so
a
I'm gonna
month
speed it up a
ago
little bit.
this was pedo bait bullshit. And I have heard the justifications from you weird ass people.
That's
I've
too
heard you in the
loud.
comments. It's actually a
Too
movie
loud.
about a young black Muslim girl who's struggling with the over-sexualization of young girls. Look, you can do all that without sexualizing the children. More scenes of this movie are starting to come out. Scenes I'm not going to put in this video because it made us sick just to watch the trailer. Scenes like, I don't know, an adult man looking one of these girls right in the eye while she booty dances for him and returns the gaze.
It's
This doesn't even have to be a
That's-
long
yeah.
video. Let me just explain something to you. If you're okay with that, you're either a pedophile or a bad mom. Let's tackle the first one first. You're a fucking pedophile. You want to watch an 11-year-old
Yeah.
twerk? You don't think it's a big deal for 11-year-old girls who can't
And the same thing goes for beauty pageant mothers.
Yep.
Fuck you.
Yep.
even consent, don't even know what the fuck they're doing to be putting their booties in a fucking video, to be putting that shit in a movie that years later they might want nothing to do with. It's the same reason the crime of statutory rape exists. They are not old enough to understand the consequences of what they are doing, sexualizing themselves. You want to be 18 and go booty dance on TikTok? Go do that shit.
No,
you wanna
don't
open
do
up
that.
Pussy
No,
on
stay
OnlyFans,
away
18
from my
and up,
TikTok
go
with
do
that
that
shit.
shit. 11 years old,
I'm on
I
adult
have to
side.
step
We don't
in.
see that
So let's
shit.
knock out the second one. Bad mothers. 100% of the non-pedophile demographic.
And you know what? Under bad mothers, you can even put TikTok mothers.
Yep.
Because if you pay attention to certain individuals that are large, like some of the large, like Charlie D'Amelio, for instance, is an example. Her mother is involved in a lot of that. A lot of them are. If you look at a lot of these underage and younger ones, whenever you do see them come across, you'll notice that there's always some kind of a parent connected somewhere.
I gave my orientation and mobility instructor shit because her youngest has a TikTok, and I'm like, he's too young. You're breaking TOS.
TOS is 13. Next.
that wants this movie are bad fucking moms.
Yep.
They want to tell you that there's absolutely nothing wrong with female sexuality, and all that might be true, except for in the case of fucking children. Look, I
Ryan, don't worry. Dankula's is next.
guess I'm just gonna have to be AP the pedo Nazi out here because I'm not having it. I just want no fucking part of it. And to those of you who are like, well, just don't watch. Let me explain something to you. What you just told people to do is, hey, let the pedophiles have their fun.
Yeah.
Just don't
Just
watch.
don't watch.
What the New Yorker would tell you to do. What the New Yorker would tell you to do is keep an open mind. The movie's not even out yet. We've seen enough scenes from this movie between the released cutscenes of the film and the trailer to know it's got to be fucked up. Because if
Yeah,
these are the
that-
scenes you're releasing ahead of time, it means one of two things. One, this is what you're pushing, which means it is.
And the scenes that I unfortunately have been exposed to, which we will get exposed to in a couple of the other videos if we get around to it fast enough, which we will. I'm afraid to put some of this shit because even the quarter in I somewhere in here, even the quarter in Jeremy even says they're not happy. YouTube's not happy if you put up some of these clips.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, Ryan. I'll watch. Well, you know what? On that thread that we're talking about, what we're talking on Twitter, go ahead and share me that video that you're talking about, and I'll watch it right after the show. Or if I get time, I'll watch it now. But yeah, so back to AP.
This pedo bait, or two, the movie is so filled with that shit, you can't avoid it in the trailer.
No.
My plan is to use my free Netflix month membership when Cobra Kai comes out, record that shit in OBS, and cancel it immediately.
Oh, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm gonna completely say, it's kind of fucking bullshit. Don't worry about canceling your Netflix account. That's not what's gonna do it. Call them idiots. Don't
Yeah.
watch the fucking video.
And speak out about it.
Yeah, but don't cancel your.
Get
Canceling the Netflix subscription is cutting off your nose to spite your face. What are you gonna do? Go to Disney Plus? No.
This shit is over the top. There is absolutely no justification you can give me for children booty dancing.
Nope.
The only time you see that is a bunch of ghetto-ass kids with bad fucking single moms. But it's an art film. You're just too dumb to understand. It won an award. It's so...
Oh, Gunfox. The neat thing about the adult side of TikTok is the ones that are R25, and you know this, they think that shit's stupid too. So it's good.
Sundance. I remind you, Sundance was co-founded by a convicted fucking pedophile. So miss me with that Sundance bullshit. And I'm not even gonna throw shade on the Europeans, because there was a number of comments on my last Cuties video from people in Europe like, nope, we don't want nothing to do with this either. So it's not even a European problem.
Nope.
The director is a Senegalese Israeli sexually repressed bitch. And
Well-
she's taking that shit out on little girls because she wasn't allowed to be a slut when she was young. She's gonna slut up the next generation
Now,
of
she does
11-year-olds.
say this is an allegory of
There is
herself as a
absolutely
child.
no
Yeah.
justification to put children in booty dancing classes, teach them to booty dance, and then put them on film to booty dance for international audiences. Some of you moms listening to this might be saying, well, my kid twerks. That's just how kids
Yeah,
dance today.
your
You're
kids-
a bad fucking mom.
Yep.
Just give your kids to the States. I would rather your child grow up in a possibly physically abusive household than be slutted out by their own fucking mother. I'll take the chance that that kid gets beaten before they get raped.
Yep.
I dare say, if I have to choose beatings or rape, I'm gonna choose beatings. I'm just taking, if my prison choice, if I went to prison right now and they were like, you can take the gloves or you can take the panties, I'm taking the gloves.
Yeah.
And I assume children would feel the same way. The next thing I want to say is, well, sexualization is in the eye of the beholder, so if you're seeing sexualization, maybe you have a problem. Hey, stop
fuck
right
yourself.
there.
Yeah, you see, no. And you know what? AP is going to explain in a second, because I don't want to spoil it. But no. That's not the fucking point. The point is, and Dankula will point it out in the next video, and I'm not going to spoil it, because Dankula actually points it. See, the nice thing is, the thing we're doing right now is, every one of these talking points is shit that if I actually had the brain capacity to write out a nuanced script, everybody's making the valid point here. A lot of this shit is really valid. And you'll see why.
I will not be shamed for not wanting little girls to be sexualized on film. I refuse. Fuck you. Something is wrong with you, not me. It's not a right-wing conspiracy. It's a decent people conspiracy. And I don't even know why you would frame this as right-wing in the age of Epstein.
Yeah, that's another fucking thing. Okay, that's the thing. If you go on to Twitter and you look this up, there was a whole fucking slew of people saying that. Oh, this is the whole right wing fucking talking point came up. I'm not making smart words. I'm SMRT fucking smart. That's how I'm Homer fucking Simpson. I got a crayon up my goddamn nose.
In the age where Clinton and all these Democrats are getting caught being fucking pedophiles, do you really want to make protecting children a right-wing issue? You really want to give Trump all those votes? I don't know, guys. I didn't script this. I'm going straight off the cuff. This is Johnny Mac talking to the audience right now.
Yep.
If you
I
watch
don't know how
Netflix
he does
cuties,
it.
you're fucked up. If you defend
Jealous.
Netflix cuties,
Very
you're
jealous.
fucked up. I get it. We all want to see Cobra Kai next year. Cancel your Netflix now, send them a fucking message about this cutie shit, hit their bottom line, and if they cancel it, you get your Netflix back. If they don't, use your free month, get OBS, record Cobra Kai, and then cancel your free month when it comes out.
No, I
the
need
whole
my Voltron.
argument that this movie's point is the exact
Can you
opposite
pause
of
it for a
sexualizing
second?
children.
The reason why I'm not gonna cancel, or I don't want to cancel Netflix, is not just because
You don't
of
pay
that-
for it, so you don't have a choice.
Fuck you. Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
It comes off my fucking credit card
Okay.
every fucking month. So
Okay.
yes, I do pay for Netflix. Fuck off.
I pay for Audible. You want to trade?
I've paid for Audible as well. It comes out of my account too.
Really?
Yeah.
The last 6 months it's been coming out of mine.
No.
But let's not argue over that.
Anyway, I'll just get another Audible account if you cancel.
And then you lose all the books we have. Oh, burn. Go.
So the reason I'm not canceling is because my kids aren't ready for that conversation yet. And
What? Mommy, Daddy, why can't we watch Netflix?
Yes.
Well, whenever we can't watch Netflix, we just put it on Amazon.
yeah, but like, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, I understand.
it's-
I understand. Okay,
Your
continue.
weight is 12.3
Thank you, Jordy.
pounds.
My foot does not weigh 12 pounds.
Well, it does apparently.
I am fat. I'm so fat. Okay, back to this shit. So,
Children. Yeah, that'd be great if you didn't actually sexualize the children. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck what movie it is. I don't give a fuck if it's the new Jurassic Park Dominion coming out. If there are twerking 10 and 11-year girls on there, booty dancing for fucking grown men,
Yep.
that's
Nope.
fucked up.
Nope.
It's a movie about dinosaurs escaping into the world. Yeah, but there's still a problem with these booty dancing ass little children.
Her ping pong balls.
Have you
pay
considered
for
that the
Netflix.
over-sexualization of young females is the reason you have all these single mothers, these shitty women, and these pregnant teens? Have you considered you should discourage your child from fucking?
Yes.
Now, I get it. We all lost our virginities when we were teenagers, so you're not going to talk to your teenage.
well, fuck. Do you remember? I don't know if you remember. During the Juno days, when Juno came out, the movie Juno, there was all those pregnancy packs and shit.
Yeah, and I laughed at those idiot girls in high school.
It has
Do you know
nothing
why?
to do with whether or not you laughed at them. I'm talking about the fact that these things existed because of the entertainment industry.
Yep.
Almost a lot of this stuff. Oh, well, why don't war movies make people go kill? Actually, if you look at it, the Hollywood works with the military in a lot of those things because they know that those military movies will put recruits in the seats. They will send in former recruits. I know this because there were movies that influenced my decision when
Look
I
at-
decided to join.
Well, look at when.
I thought I could be a fucking dive master because of Men of Honor, for Christ's
Look
sakes.
at-
That's fucking delusional.
Look at when the remake of Pearl Harbor came out.
The remake of Pearl Harbor. You mean Pearl Harbor with fucking
Or sorry,
with
not
Sad Fleck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
for
was like
some
the
reason
most
I-
historically inaccurate
I
portrayal of
understand.
Pearl Harbor. In
I
existence.
understand that, but look at when it came out.
Yeah, that's standard. Release dates have nothing to do with it. It has to do with the actual action-packed facts. Band of Brothers, for instance, was a huge influence. Men of Honor was a huge influence. Post 9/11, you had anything having to do with going over to Iraq, Afghanistan.
Yep.
A lot of that stuff. Like I said, Navy movies are what drove me to the Navy. Because I was an idiot. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone Chair Force and been fine. But no. But 9/11, between 9/11 and military movies, that was where my decision came in. Huh. Finish off.
You're out of fucking. But it's not something you should encourage. This is strike 3 for Netflix. They have done 3 fucking things now that are absolutely deplorable
Big Mouth
pedo
is
bait out
one
there.
of them.
Big Mouth, some
Big Mouth?
Argentinian film
Oh,
that has
yeah.
little girls grinding on pillows
Oh,
as they
that's
realize
right.
their sexuality. Fuck that. And now, goddamn cuties. I'm just gonna be real with you. I mean, I guess in closing, the bottom line is, are you a decent person or not? And I hate it when people boil things down to, they're a bad person or a good person, because that's subjective as shit. But in the case of children, again, I guess I'm just gonna have to be AP the pedo bigot. That's
take
where I
it.
draw the fucking line.
We're all
Childhood was the
bigots
last
against
time
that.
most of
We
us
can
were
all
even
admit it.
remotely happy. Why ruin that for somebody else? We already got enough trouble out here with grown men and grown women trying to fuck children for you to be making movies like this. If you defend cuties, just don't even come in my fucking comments. Just go ahead and leave your dislike
Now-
and let everybody know you're a fucking pedophile.
That statement is actually very interesting that AP just made. It won't be in any of the movies, but apparently it was brought up last. Like it was into. Apparently, for instance, Vito, who I enjoy Vito's commentary, his reviews that he does. He's the one that.
He's the one who said he didn't make one.
Yeah. I made that mistake because I was thinking of the Mulan stuff, which we might do next week.
Right.
Because the Milan videos are interesting to watch. Cynical's still working on his because every time he finishes something, a new thing comes up. Like there's talks of investigations of Disney into something that starts with a C, because they knew about the Uyghur thing in Zhejiang because that's where they shot the movie. Was where the Uyghur Muslims are being bussed out or trained out. And
Yeah,
that's,
for
that's
the
where they shot
concentration
scenes,
camp
and so
shit. Yeah.
what is it? I think it said like they made 23 million in China. A movie about Chinese history in China,
Only made
23 million on a Disney movie,
That's crazy.
and they bent over backwards for a lot of shit. Even the credits apparently, allegedly, I'm not gonna say it because I haven't seen it. The credits apparently at the bottom thank the Chinese Secret Service and all this stuff, and oh yeah, it's pretty interesting to see. But yeah, it's like this whole cuties thing has pulled the mask off of a lot of people, and it's not really a mask so much as it's. I guess you start to realize how people actually are, and it's strange to see people who I thought this has been another wedge in the former skeptic community, for instance, the IBS community,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it. Between this, Ethan's bullshit with Faith, all of that is just another wedge into all of this shit.
Yep.
And it is very interesting the way that it's being handled from a lot of different people. Gamergate. Let's see here.
It's almost.
Oh,
11.
slave labor was possibly used to build the sets, is what Gunfox is
Oh,
saying.
shit.
Yeah, so. Alright, so go watch the rest of AP's video. It's only like 2 minutes left, and we're not going to finish it because I'm not a dick. Okay. Now. Oh, wow, it's 10 to 11. So we're not going to get to go to these other ones.
I told you.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
But you know what? I feel so bad for my pause game. I'm sorry, Dank. I didn't mean to get you looking like you were higher than me. I'm sorry. Oh, maybe if I shared the screen, people would see what I'm talking about. We all know he doesn't do drugs. He doesn't.
Maybe he's just drunk.
Oh, shit, I didn't share the audio. I'm boomering it up today. Because it's a Mac.
Fuck it, go late. Says Blind Ryan.
I wish, but I have work. I have things. I have things to do. I can confirm, yes, the Chinese forces were thanked in the credits. Did you watch the movie, Gunfox? Like, was it really as, like... I mean, apparently Mulan's a Mary Sue. I'm shocked. You know, it's a Disney movie. Of course, if it's a Disney movie with a female lead, she's going to be a Mary Sue. but but that's what I mean. I might pay attention to that later. So, okay, yawn number 12. God damn it! This is what I get for getting 3 hours of sleep again. Okay, I'm sorry, Dank. I'm so sorry about this. Look, so this is a very somber video. It's not going to be like a Mad Lads or anything. I'm hitting like for you. 60 people disliked this video.
Interesting.
Either they're anti-Nazi or they're pro this movie. All right, now same thing as a moment ago. We're going to take the playback speed. We're going to go up to this level, and we are going to listen to the wonderful Scottish man.
Getting asked for my take.
Yeah, he's been harassed a lot over this shit.
I have been getting asked for my take on the movie that shall not be named because it gets you in a lot of trouble and demonetized on YouTube. But I'm going to
Luckily for us, we're not monetized.
Yep.
Subscribe. And
do
then,
it anyways.
and then go subscribe to my channel because I'm at 150 for some weird reason.
Cuties.
It's up to 15 for yawning. Wow, I was about 45 seconds behind. Yeah, it happens.
Cuties, Netflix's latest artistic endeavor. And people are
Autistic.
understandably very angry about it, and I feel that they are very, very right to be. And people are saying that the movie should be banned, and everyone's saying, "Oh, Count Dankula, you're the free speech guy. Surely you don't feel like the movie should be banned."
And I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I watched this whole thing earlier because it's only 12 minutes, and Dankula sucks you in regardless of what the concept, whatever the conversation is. But I'm actually 100% on point with what he says in this. So it's gonna be a lot of playthrough and not much commentary. And Dankula, I'm sorry. Please don't strike us, even as a joke.
And actually, I do.
So he's lighting the smoke.
And there is a reason for it. A good reason. I'm very, very big on not infringing the rights of people. I don't like it when people have their rights infringed, and I feel it should be prevented. Now, for example, let us look at actual child porn. There is an actual child being involved. The child does not yet have the mental faculties and cognitive abilities to be able to consent to doing such actions.
Right.
And
Even at 11, especially at 11. At 11 is where it's kind of like the important boost of it all's just starting out.
Your hormones are It's,
So, what?
no, they're especially vulnerable at that age because of the hormones.
Hey, Scribbles, buddy, how you
Scribbles!
doing? Blind Thrapple.
then most of the time it ends
Wouldn't that be Blapple?
up getting filmed and posted on the deep web and traded for money because,
It's fucking
an
disgusting.
extremely sad fact is that the child porn business, unfortunately, is very, very lucrative. So that is why child porn is illegal, and very, very rightly so, because these children are having their rights violated. And the reason for it is because children, due to their, lesser mental state, where they're not as cognitively developed, they are very, very susceptible to abuse. It is much, much easier to gaslight a child and convince a child into doing things that they otherwise might not do, especially if they're at, they're still at the point where they see every single adult they know as an authority figure, and I better do what he says. As far as like the power dynamic of relationships go, the adult.
Even baiting a child.
Yeah.
It's easier. Fuck, these are such bad terms we're using, but they're the terms that are actually... I used to watch a lot of America's Most Wanted and all those wonderful shows from the 90s, like Missing Children and Rescue 911. All those shows. So I'm kind of like desensitized to this kind of shit. It kind of sucks. But the truth is, all of this is true. Like, yeah. It's bad.
Adult versus child relationship.
God, the pause game. I'm sorry, Dank. Oh, I hope nobody screen capped that. That was a wide mouth open.
The adult is almost like God. The child is going to do absolutely everything the adult says, which is why children are, in those type of relationships, if you want to call them that, are very, very susceptible to abuse. It's extremely easy to abuse them, which is why we ban child porn, which is why we ban
Yes.
it, which is why we ban sexual relations with children. Good, fantastic, rights are being protected. I am all for it. But then you get the
Farther
other
away.
branch of it where it's things like lolly porn, you know, just the drawn
Ugh,
porn,
that's still gross.
or you get people that go into chat rooms and do like age play, role plays, and
Okay, pause for a second. The thing about the lolly porn, I have a theory. I do have a problem with it though,
Yeah.
and that is like I told you. My problem isn't the fact that it's art. Okay, art is art. Okay. The problem is the fact of the subject matter and the most art is based upon some sort of impression,
Yeah.
some sort of subject. I mean, we all have the Kelly Kapowski thing going. It's an old running gag. Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. But Tiffany Amber Thiessen is almost is in her 50s now.
Yeah.
So it's de-aging them. That one I'm still trying to figure out where my brain is on that. About the de-aging them. But the fact that you would draw a child in that perspective and in that position means that idea and what's the fucking word? Not impression. Idea, subject, the subject matter.
Okay, I was gonna say the concept. Or...
But yeah, whichever it is you want to use. But that is where my theory on the harm comes in. Because the fantasy is there. Like you're thinking of that, drawing it for other people even, or
Yeah.
being the viewer, being the purchaser of it, being the drawer versus the purchaser. It's a weird place to be. But still,
sort of make up age play stories and all that type of stuff now. It's very, very, very weird. It is very weird. But because no actual child is involved and these conversations and role plays and stuff like that are happening between adults, because there is no actual child being involved, then no rights are being infringed. So it's fine. I mean, it's weird, but fine. So then you actually have to have a look at cuties. Well, now I'm going to be honest.
Want to sell online?
Oh, look
Go to
at that.
Wix.com
that's
today and
because
do it
you
like this
don't
guy.
have
You could have signed in with your account.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, and then I realized I'm lazy.
I haven't seen the movie. I actually only just found out yesterday there is a French movie. I didn't know that. Because the only thing that I have seen is clips on Twitter, which everyone was so nice and just constantly posting all the clips.
Yes,
all
those
day
were
on
so
Twitter,
great to
and
fucking
I got
see.
To scroll down my feed and
I
instead of seeing
actually turned off
funny
Twitter
memes
and just
people
stuck
you
around
I
on
got to see,
TikTok
an
'cause they
11-year-old
don't have that
girl's
shit being
twerking,
posted over there.
That was lovely. Thank you very, very much for that, for making that be like every like third tweet down my timeline. That was a great day. Thanks. Thank you. But from the clips I have seen and from the stuff I've seen in the movie, even though I've not seen the movie, however, I have seen pretty much almost all the offending clips that have upset people the most, you know, and I've seen them whether I liked it or not. Basically, as soon as I open Twitter, just, oh, that's nice. There's another one.
Yeah.
That's great. Thanks. No, in the case
I
of
don't
Cooties,
want that shit on my computer. That's why I don't want to.
they use
watch
actual
it.
children. They used actual young children to do these scenes, and I've seen them, and they are sexual scenes. They are sexual scenes. That type of dancing is
Now, this explanation is the explanation I was trying to give you earlier
Yeah.
about the. Because okay, so everyone's using, for instance, the Jodie Foster from Taxi Driver. I told you this earlier.
Yeah.
People are like, well, she was 14 when she did that horrendous racy scene. No, it wasn't her. It was her sister. So her sister was legal age, and they swapped her sister in as a body double for those scenes.
Yeah.
Everyone who knows that movie understands that. So we're off.
sexual. It is. There's no two ways about it. It is sexual dancing. And they used actual child actors who were not old enough to provide consent to doing such a thing. They were not old enough to provide consent to doing such a thing. So should the movie Cuties be banned? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it should. Because it features children doing sexual things when those children were not old enough to provide consent to doing those sexual things. Oh, but their parents said it was okay. Then they've got shitty parents.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
parents are
Then they
fucked,
have
just like
extremely
AP said in the last
shitty
video.
parents, right? Now, apparently, the intention of the director was to talk about the hypersexualization of children in society and in media, which is something, yes, I feel you should be drawing attention to that. I feel that
Yes.
children are being exposed to sexually graphic and sexually explicit things, be it through, you know, TV, movies, pornography, songs, music, all that type of stuff, right? I do feel that they are being exposed to far too much of that at an early age. And if you want to draw attention to that, yes, absolutely. I feel that
Well, we
that's
saw it
something
with your other sister.
very, very
Yep.
worthy of having a conversation about. But there were other ways you could have went about it. There were many other ways you could have went about it. For example, you didn't have to use child actors.
Like shit, we grew up in the era of Little Kim. You could smell Lil Kim from the other room level.
She did a song called How Many Licks, dude. Like,
Yeah, and now, so what is the current version of How Many Licks? What's today's version? The WAP.
yeah.
That's all it is. It's just a rehash of the same bullshit. And look at how fucked up our generation is.
It's the problem with smoking rollies, they keep going out.
It's okay, Dank, I know.
You very easily could have used adult actors who look very, very young.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very young. That's like American movies do it all the time where you've got like people in their 30s playing high school students and stuff like that. You could have had adult actors that look very young. I mean, I dated a girl in her 20s, right? And she was like fucking 4'9" and shit like that, right? There's just girls out there that just,
I once hooked up with this one chick. Same thing. She used to buy her clothes, so we went clothes shopping, and we couldn't shop in the regular section, the regular women's section. We had to shop
She was
in the.
that small?
She was that small where we had to shop in the girls section for clothes that fit her. Like she was wearing Ashley and the Mary Kate and Ashley clothes.
Yeah.
That was the only shit that fit her. That was weird.
look like that. You could have used any one of them. You could have used them, right? That means adult actors who are old enough to have their cognitive functions and have their cognitive abilities to be able to provide informed consent to doing these things. That way, no rights are being infringed and you can have your movie, right? People would still complain and go, this was an outrage, and blah, 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 and everything like that. And I would be like, yeah, but I'm going to support your right to make the movie because no rights are being infringed. Everyone
Thanks,
fits in the
Sam.
movie as an adult. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying you can't have kids in movies, right? You can have kids in movies. You just can't have kids in movies doing that stuff.
This shit.
Yeah.
Right? So that's something you could have done. Use some movie magic, use some CGI, or just hired like really young looking actors. America does it all the fucking time. They
Yeah,
do it
you
all the
can
time.
find.
I've-
If you go to, I guarantee you, had they gone to Juilliard or any of those dance schools, or, you know, looked up any of the twerking teams, the 18-year-old twerking teams that are out there that we used to always watch on the Thought Block and all that,
Yeah.
you'll find them in those fucking groups. But the fact that this shit still exists in real life, too, with the pageants and the tiaras and all that sick shit.
Yeah, I was gonna. I just answered that question in my head. I was gonna say, what parent would take their kid to the auditions and see that and allow the audition? And it's the pageant, the pageant parents.
Oh, Logic, we'll get there in a second. She has 2 kids and in her 30s. She looks like she's 15. Oh, she knew a coworker who's 4'8", who weighs 89 pounds. Yeah, everyone knows somebody like this. At least one person. And Logic just pointed out, he goes, I don't know about Taxi Driver, but that wouldn't excuse 650 11-year-old girls auditioning for this role.
Nope.
So, that's the thing. And so, they sat there and they watched these auditions. They watched these little girls dancing on stage for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all I can think of is in Taken, the scene in Taken at the end where his daughter, where the girls are in that little fucking room and the businessmen are behind the dark room and, oh yes, that one will do. Yes, push the button.
And the parents would have had to have been sitting there watching.
Were the parents in the room or were the parents outside having a smoke at the table?
amount of movies I've looked at and I've looked at someone and I've went like that. You're not a fucking high schooler. Like, you look about 28. Like,
God damn it, Dank, another
people
ad.
would have
You
understood
bastard.
Want to stand out
I'm about to
online?
buy an ad blocker.
Go to Wix.com.
Right, and people would have looked at that.
I can't
and
believe
went,
he actually still has
okay,
ads
like,
on this video.
Those clearly
It's been-
aren't 11, 12-year-old girls, but seeing, looking at the things you're getting them to do, yeah, we totally get why you used adult actors, because you didn't want to use...
Oh, by the way,
use
the other
kids.
reason we're
That
not
would
going
have
to
been
do
much more
ad
respect-
blocks
that would
for,
be much more
especially
respectable
for
if people
this,
would
is
have
because,
understood that.
turn off
But
that
you didn't
pesky
do
ad
it.
blocker.
Used actual kids. used actual kids, and from the clips that I've seen, Jesus Christ, I get that you wanted to put a message across, but you did not have to do it in the way that you did.
No.
And the problem with that is, these young kids doing these things did not possess the cognitive abilities or cognitive functions to understand the ramifications of agreeing to doing what they're doing.
Nope.
And it's in a more extreme extent because, you know, child porn, albeit very, very extreme, you know, a lot of the people that have suffered at the hands of that and had their stuff, you know, videotaped and put on the deep web, the fact that it is on the deep web, you know, they're not going to suddenly open a newspaper one day or open their Twitter feed and see that stuff because it's illegal. They're not going to see it. They're not going to be reminded of the horrible thing.
Well, if you do see it on Twitter, which I have, God, that's terrifying when you open up Twitter and you see that shit. Report it right away.
Things that happen to them. Like, that's fine. But the problem
I've reported
with cuties is
8 tweets
this stuff
in
isn't
the
in some
12
little
years I've been
dark
on Twitter.
corner of the deep web.
Because of
This
that.
is on Netflix. This is in the mainstream, which means 10 years from now, these girls are probably going to see
Gunfox, he
deal
gets
with this
paid.
stuff. And I
He
guarantee
regularly
you,
gets
right? I
paid for this.
guarantee you, at least one member of that cast, at least one of those girls, possibly all of them, right? 10 years from now is going to look back on this and go like, oh, holy shit, why did I do that? Why did I do that? I was not old enough to agree to do that. Why did my parents make me do that? Why did the director make me do that?
Oh, we have
that
ads because we have
happens all the
claims
time.
out the
You know,
ass,
It
Gunfox.
happens all the time. Like, you get girls who like hit their
We don't
20s
have
and look
that.
back on
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
that
there's
happened
ads
to
on
them and
our,
they go,
on our
"Wait a minute,
stuff.
that's not right. That's
There
in
is?
fact
Yeah.
really fucked up."
There's claims. I have to
why,
go
why
through
did I
and do
hold on?
the
The
claim
cops
cleaner
that was
again.
good, which they should do, right? But and I guarantee you, it's going to be at least one of the girls, possibly all of them, that's going to happen to. And the reason that is going to happen is because they were not old enough to provide informed consent to understand the ramifications, you know, the social ramifications, the physical ramifications, you know.
Now, the other thing that I'm going to point out that I haven't, it just dawned on me. A few people have pointed out. Natalie Portman in The Professional. The weird thing about Natalie Portman's role in The Professional was her parents were on set like fucking chicken hawks. No, they were like over her shoulder constantly. There's a whole big thing about it. So there was, she was aware. Like there's the whole scene where she's smoking. The parents were like pissed off about it, kind of thing. They were a little rabid about it. They didn't like that fact. They had to make sure she didn't do it anymore after that. And oh yeah, no, it's interesting. But they never did anything racy or raunchy with her. The closest thing they did was the Marilyn Monroe skit, where it was the happy birthday thing.
Yeah.
So that wasn't this, but it was
No.
close to. You kind of went. You kind of had to back off a little bit and kind of go. Today, if it was done, it would be raked over the fucking coals.
Another thing that I just thought of is the Kirsten Dunst's role as Claudia.
There's another one. She was playing an 8-year-old, but she was also playing a how old-year-old vampire?
Like 100 and some, like 70 to 100 years old, thing like that.
So we've been exposed to this. Look at any Polanski film too.
Yeah.
Any Woody Allen film. Like, it's more along the lines of the intensity of it. I think everyone's finally found where the bar is, finally.
Yeah.
And this is the bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Of doing the things that they did, right? Which is why you should have used adult actors and just used movie magic to make them look young. That is what you should have done if you wanted to get your message across. But you didn't do that. And instead, what you produced was softcore child porn.
Yep.
that's
that
the
is
part
what you
that people
created.
aren't adding in
You
there.
produced
They're not putting the
child
softcore
porn,
part.
right? These kids were not. Dan, you're supposed to be the free speech guy. You're supposed to be the free speech guy. Yes, I am. Yes, I am the free speech guy. I believe very strongly in freedom of speech and freedom of expression, provided no recognised rights are being violated. And I
Yep.
mean recognised rights is in actual rights, not this. What about a person's right to not be offended? Right? There's no such right. There's no such right. You, however, as a child, do have a right for people to not molest you. You do have a right for that.
Yep.
It's a very important right. I would say that's one of the most important rights. Very crucial right. A very good right. One that's worthy of fighting for. One that we definitely should have laws to protect.
Oh, that's easy, Gunfox, because everybody on the right is wrong regardless of what the points are.
Yes.
I've been saying this a few times now. Anything that is said by anybody in the considered to be far right category if anything is repeated or even said prior to, it's automatically tainted. And that's why. It's just, that's literally all it is. And they're failing at that.
Right? You could have made this movie with adults. You didn't. You used actual children who were not old enough to give informed consent as to what they were doing. So should cuties be banned?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it should be. It's softcore child porn, and in my opinion, the rights of these girls are being violated because they do not have the mental faculties to be able to provide informed consent for such a thing. If you used adult actors, then no, your movie should not have been banned. It should not have been banned. But you didn't, and as a result, you made softcore child porn. And also, these girls have extremely shitty parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ah, dank. Keeping it to the point.
But that's exactly. So that's the whole thing. But, oh man.
That makes me very angry.
So even if you search cuties, you just type in cuties in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing that pops up is what is it? Elvis the Alien's coverage of it, a disturbing Netflix movie that exploits children, and then the trailer is right under that. The worst scenes. It just keeps going. Blair White's video on it. I just watched Cuties. There's the hyper of all that grossness. The film that got Netflix blasted by the government because Tulsi Gabbard even spoke out against it. Oh yeah. It's I'm not going to get Netflix. My sister canned her Netflix. Over it. Oh.
Well,
Like I said, that's your guys' choice.
Yeah.
That's kind of the extreme because I think they're aware of where they fucked up and they're gonna learn fast.
I hope.
Oh, really? How long is this video?
I hope
Why
it
I
gets
made
removed.
cuties. We're gonna listen to this on the way out.
Did you share the audio?
Huh?
Did you share the audio?
Oh crap! I gotta share this, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go out on this. Because you know what? She actually explains herself in this. Interesting. So the director actually did an interview. And she says why I made it. So we're gonna watch this on the way out and see if Mademoiselle Ducourier.
My name is Maimouna Doucouré and I'm the
Doucouré.
director of Cuties.
So let's see. So this is from September 9th. So they put this out in, looks like in defense of all this shit.
Cuties is the story of an 11-year-old little girl who is trying to find herself. She's navigating between two models of femininity. One represents her mother's traditional origins, and the other one is a group of young girls called Cuties.
So it's a click,
I had
okay.
the idea of Cuties when one day during a neighborhood gathering in Paris, a group of very young dancers came on the stage and they were dancing like what we are used to seeing in a video clip. And I was surprised because of the age. They were only 11 years old. So I decided to spend the next year and a half doing research. I met with hundreds of
So they're
teens
going.
who told me
So they're showing the girls scrolling. So they're basically going through social media, like going through TikTok or going through. In this case, it's like Instagram or Telegram.
Mm-hmm.
I see Chaos Eve on the top right. Let's see here.
me their story. I needed to know how they felt about their own femininity in today's society and how they dealt with their self-image at a time when social media is so
So
important.
yeah, so they're showing the
How
girls
girls
scrolling again.
see that the more a woman is overly
If you're
sexualized
11
on
years
social
old, how can you be dealing with your...
Okay, no, you let it. If you want to talk, talk.
How can you be dealing with your femininity when, like, you're barely pubescent?
Forced femininity. Influence from social media.
I guess.
Look at seriously. Look
Yeah.
at the influence based upon beauty pageants once again.
Yeah.
How catty and bitchy were 7th grade girls when you were in 7th grade?
They were horrible.
So, okay.
social media, the more she's successful. And the children just imitate what they see, trying to achieve the same result without understanding the meaning. And yeah, it's dangerous. I recreate the little girl who I was at that age, growing up in two cultures.
You
is
took a
what
picture
gave
of your
me the
hoo-ha and sent
strength
it to someone?
and the values I have today. I can appreciate my double culture and live between my parents' one, which is Senegalese, and my French Western one. And as a child, that question of how to become a woman was my obsession. I saw so many injustices around me.
You were
You
rushing
were-
at 11 to become a woman?
You were obsessed with becoming a. Okay.
Wow, the picture's really getting painted.
That women were experiencing, and I kept all of that anger inside me. I was powerless when I was a child. Today, I can use
Of
my
course you
voice,
were powerless.
my art,
You were a
to share
child.
my vision of femininity, my fight for women's freedom in society and in our minds as well. I put my heart
Okay,
into
your
this
Are you
fight.
sure you were
because
11?
This is
Your
my
fight
story.
for freedom,
I believe
for
that
women's
cinema and
freedom in
art in general can
society
change the world.
is to
we
make
are about to
softcore
see
child
oppression of women.
That's how you're gonna fight for
other
women's
cultures.
freedom in society.
But
really?
my question is, isn't the objectification of women's body that we often see in our Western culture not another kind of oppression? In my research, I saw that pre-teenagers are caught in a difficult transition. Their body is constantly changing. And at this age, especially when you are a girl, it can be complicated to find your place and deal with your body that is transforming itself in spite of what you want. You are a child.
They say this is a coming of age story. You're describing coming of age, but that's not the picture you've put out though.
And coming of age doesn't happen in like you start that journey at 11. Right? The
Yeah,
way
they're-
they're painting it is that that journey is finished by 11.
Well,
That's not how that works.
There was a theory going around when I was in high school that even back then at 17, 16, that women were being considered objectified more prior to being at that age. And there was a theory that it was going to go and get to a younger and younger age of where womanhood would start. Kind of back to, what was it, 1,000 years ago when women's age was 12 or 13 when they would get married and be viable and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So my guess is that's where kind of this stems from. Shoot it. Stop it, Gunfox.
Child, but you are also coming into
That's some
teenagerhood.
big hairs.
This age is amazing because you have all this innocence and naivety, and you interpret the world with
Yes, so you're full of innocence, naivete at 11. Why should you corrupt that?
Yeah.
all the
Huh?
Yeah, why would you want to corrupt that in order to because she's corrupted that in the child actors that she picked. Right?
Yep.
In order to tell her story of how horrible it is to corrupt young girls like that. She's corrupted young girls like that because she was honestly, it feels like she was lazy and didn't want to do the
Interesting.
unlimited
going.
imagination that you
didn't
have
want to
at
bother
that age.
looking
And
for
this is
those
beautiful,
petite
but at the same time,
adult
because of
actresses.
all societal structures,
because that
Children
would be a
can
harder
so
job. That's
easily
more of a niche
a lot of
actor,
adult
right? That you're looking
materials.
for.
in the
But it
film,
can be
my
done,
main character,
right? Obviously,
Amy,
it can
can
be
feel
done.
the
Yep.
suffering of
But
her mother.
That takes time. It takes effort.
Yes. You ready? Good.
So
Hitting play.
And yet see that her mother does not take action. So Amy just takes that revolt inside herself and believes she can find her freedom through that group of dancers and their
So she doesn't want to be her mother.
hypersexualization. But is that really true freedom, especially when you are a kid? Of course not. Amy will, at the end, understand that she can choose her own path. The real question of Cuties is, can we as women truly choose who we want to be beyond the role models that
Of course
are
we
imposed
can.
upon us by society?
You had to
I
make
grew up in a
softcore
Muslim
child
culture,
porn to
and
ask
I
that
respect
question.
and love. In my films, the characters are evolving in that culture. We are used
culture
to
of
seeing
love?
Islam
No,
depicted by so many stereotypes in movies and media. In Cuties, I depict the point of view of Amy's mother, who thinks that she has to accept all that is happening to her. But we get to see an imam who comes and say, no, in our religion, women have rights. It was very important for me
They do?
to show that forgotten but true aspect of Islam. Cuties is a
Okay.
deeply feminist film with an activist message. We must all
The right to
together
remain silent.
figure out what is the best for our children. As a director, as an artist, I'm doing my part with this film. Politicians, the education system, parents, children. I think all together we have to fix what's gone wrong so we can give the most beautiful space to our girls and boys to grow up safely and become the best
How is
version
this
of
allowing them to
themselves.
grow up safely?
My
when
film
you're-
Cuties is a mirror of today's society, a mirror sometimes difficult to look into and accept, but still so true. We can blame our children for what we value in our society. I
No, but
hope
we're
that
supposed to
people can
influence
become,
and show
11
them
years
what is
old
valued in our
during
society.
an hour and a half of Cuties in our
Flashing your
world.
ass and coochie are
In
not
many
things that are
ways,
valued
Amy
in
is
our
navigating her
society
way
or
in three
respected.
cultures. Her family,
They're enjoyed,
French,
just not by
Western
children.
culture, and this hyper-real fiction of social media. Yeah.
and that's why 11-year-olds aren't
Try
supposed to be on social
experience
media.
how
That's the
difficult
other
and
problem.
confusing-
That's the other fucking problem I have right now.
Yep.
Almost all TOSs would ban 11-year-olds. Anybody under the age of 13, I think, is the lowest TOS I've seen for any kind of this shit.
You can't even have an Apple ID without being under 13. Like, if you're under 13, you have to have a parent.
So all of this shit, all of this fucking argument is
It's moot. It's bad parenting. Like, it stops with the parents. Why is the 11-year-old on social media? Parents. Bad parenting.
Why does the 11-year-old have a cell phone?
Well, I got one at 12. But
I still ask the same question.
I got one at 12 because I was taking the city bus and I was, in case I got lost, I needed, like,
That's fine. Why
But-
does a normal,
yeah.
okay? This is the other thing. So, next.
It must be to grow
Even
up
when I dislike
and
adult
find
women, yeah.
yourself in this triple culture.
Like, is
Yeah,
it done?
that's it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I disagree with that.
Well, that's the whole thing. She paints such a beautiful picture of what the movie could have been. But, like everybody's been saying, not the right message.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was in the
I was kicked
military.
out of the house. I bought one the day I got kicked out of the house, like 17, because I needed to figure out what to do. Because TV tells the kids they need the phone. Exactly. But everyone, it is 11:30, and there are other people that are better than us on. 31,000 dislikes. Yeah. Oh, that's a ratio from hell.
Yeah,
No, I'm not kidding. Guess what the like is?
like 100.
Well, okay, so there is 340,000 views.
Okay.
Okay, we've got 3,300 likes to 31,000 dislikes.
Ouch.
Yeah, I don't think people are liking the conversation that's going on. Let's look at the comments. Mr. Blah blah blah. Delete as many comments as you want. You can't remove the dislikes. Let's see here. Just people bitching about that. This is something that should have never been made. Girls becoming women doesn't mean this.
Mm-hmm.
The real question of cuties is, can we as women choose who we want to be? This is the problem right here. They are little girls, not adult women. Let children be children and stop trying to make them act like adult strippers.
Yep.
How about doctor, executive, or president? Blair White and Anthony Brian Logan are on the recommended. Yeah, that's her fault, not mine. This is her. This is her YouTube, not mine, guys. Mine won't show this shit. Whew. So let's see here. Cuties. 11-year-old main character is a liar, thief, sexual manipulator, and potential murderer. Which, yes, she is all of those.
Mm-hmm.
There's even a scene where she gets, it's either her dad or her uncle. It's a family member's cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants it back. And in order to take it, she decides to start taking off her pants.
Ew.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, like I said earlier, she took a then there was a scene of her taking a picture of her hoo-ha and sending it to a dude. Then they tried to trap a guy in a bathroom, like, they tried to trap another teenager in the bathroom to get a picture of his junk. It goes on and on and on like this. Like I said,
So she's a psychopath?
it's insane. It's like Gigi's video on it. Everybody's videos on this. Where is it? I can't find. I thought I opened CJ's. But yeah, if you can grab Cynical Reviewers, you gotta watch that one too. That if you watch that, that's him live reacting without having to see any of the visuals. The look on his face is all you need. Oh. Okay, I guess it opened. Did it? Where is that? That one.
What are you trying to play?
I'm trying to do something.
Well,
What? We gotta go. Yeah, we should go. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Fine, I'll stop.
so Coffee Stream is going to start next Monday. I'm still gonna keep it at noon. And we'll see what the format will be. I'm still gonna do some news, but I'm gonna try not to do like as much news stuff because I was getting really burned out on news. And then
Do you feel a little better about this now?
a little
Was this
bit.
fun?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have a headache, but
Well, you sound like you have a headache, probably because there's a storm rolling in.
but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I am starting to do blogs over on Patreon. So all the general blog entries are going to be accessible to all patrons, and then if I do any creative writing pieces, which I'd like to start doing, those will be for the junior and senior officers. I'm also going to attempt to start getting back into the working out because I have not been doing that for the past 2.5 weeks. So yeah,
Well, have fun sorting through the Discord because Gunfox loaded up with lead pills.
yes, he did. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for continuing to come and watch, and we will be doing Star Trek Insurrection on Saturday.
Star Trek: His Erection.
Goodbye.
That was well timed.